So I just got done watching the Kendrick Lamar video, probably for the 50th time, and it's very very good. It's very very good. I love Kendrick's message, and I love how he carried that message over visually. He said a lot of things that are true about the black community, right? Because he's talking about culture, specifically black culture, right? He's talking about, people going to jail, and next thing you know, everybody's running through his baby mama, right? So the baby mama culture, right? He talk about, we're used to hearing gunshots, we're desensitized at death, GoFundMe accounts, gang culture, people dying over bags of weed, people being strung out, the drug culture. And these are the three main things. Am I holding up three fingers? These are the three main things that plague the black community. It's right. The culture makes up the whole of the community, and the three main things that plague the community is drugs, absent fathers, and gangs. And we, as a people, as a black community, we accept these things because we just say, "Oh, it's part of the culture." But we need to change that, and that's what Kendrick Lamar is really saying in this song. That there's things in the culture that we really need to put under a magnifying glass and really look at and really dissect and fix this and change this. Fuck calling it culture, And I like the figures that he used. It's like O.J. Simpson, right? Who was wanted for a double homicide, right? Because you have to remember at the beginning of the video, Kendrick Lamar says all about perspective, right? We can't be so quick to throw people away because they have shortcomings. Look at O.J. Simpson. Yeah, he's going for double homicide, but look what he's done for the culture. His impact, right? One of the first black running backs, broke barriers across the board. Small A. Yeah, he faked a hate crime, a perspective. He just wanted to be down with the revolution. He thought this is what he was supposed to do. Kobe Bryant, who had extramarital affairs. So we can harp on Kobe Bryant's extramarital affairs, or we can take away what Kobe Bryant gave to the culture, which is dedication and hard work. Nipsey Hussle, yeah, he was a gangster, but he was also a father who loved his kids dearly, and he wanted to give back to your neighborhood, open stores. Kanye West, one minute he's saying, George Bush don't like black people. Next minute, he's wearing a MAGA hat. And we want to throw Kanye West away because he don't think like we think he should think. He don't represent or vote the way we think he should vote. Individualism in the black community does not exist. So when Joe Biden says all black people think alike, that's culture. And what Kendrick Lamar is saying, fuck calling it culture. That's a quote from that song. So I love the figures that he used. I was waiting for Bill Cosby to pop up, because he's like one of the most polarizing of them all. This guy, date raped over 20 women, and black people still stood by his side. Like, then I was ready to throw Bill Cosby away. And like, I still watch the Cosby Show to this day. I stuck what he did, but Bill Cosby, he gave us one of the only black shows that displayed a black family with integrity and show that black people too can be successful, can too have two parents at home, can too send their kids to college. It wasn't all about gangster drugs and rap. That black families too can live a normal life. Bill Cosby did a lot for the culture. So with this song, they're saying Kendrick Lamar is a master, that what he did is art, right? They're saying that Kendrick Lamar is the GOAT now, that he's the greatest of all time, that he's a Tom Brady and the Michael Jordan of hip hop. Now that I have given Kendrick Lamar his flowers for a job work well done, please excuse me if I do not share in your enthusiasm. And this is why. And before you turn this off, hear me out. Visually, people are more hyped up on the visuals. Because the stuff that Kendrick Lamar was saying, black people have been saying for the past 10 years. The stuff Kendrick Lamar is saying is nothing new to our ears. You know, I grew up listening to Nas, AZ, Jadakiss. I didn't grow up listening to Bob Marley or Marvin Gaye or Teddy Pendergrass or Curtis Mayfield, but they were way before my time. But you know what? I went back and I listened to Curtis Mayfield. I went back and listened to Teddy Pendergrass and Marvin Gaye. The same things that they were saying in their music is the same thing that Kendrick Lamar is saying in his music. So why all the hoopla? The most funny part about it is that people didn't heed the words of Marvin Gaye, Curtis Mayfield, Teddy Pendergrass, Martin Luther King, Booker T. Washington. Kendrick Lamar emerged with this song, and I'm supposed to get all hyped up and believe that this is gonna change the game. I tell you what, people are gonna forget. Mark my words. People are gonna forget about this song in the next 3 months. People will forget about it. The culture's not going to change. People are going to stop fucking baby mamas. The drug culture is going to prevail. You're going to have the gang culture still. People getting shot on World Star, getting beat up, and people recording it. It's not going to stop. Nothing's going to change from this. And it's change that Kendrick Lamar wants. He wants change. He don't want a bunch of reactors reacting to his music going, oh, shit, did you see that? He just morphed into Will Smith. Will Smith, oh, shit, yeah, hurt people. Remember, he smacked Chris Rock on stage? Oh, yeah, that's right. Man, that shit was hot, yo. All right, moving on. Hit play. This is not the result that Kendrick Lamar wants, but it's what we have. A bunch of reactors just reacting to it. Not we have a bunch of reactors reacting to it instead of the culture reacting to it. And that's the problem, and that's why I'm not as hyped as the rest of y'all. Because come 3 months, people are gonna forget about this song until around January when the Grammys are being done. And then when the Grammys are being done and it's named as one of the great rap songs for a Grammy, then people are going to start talking about the song again. Kendrick Lamar is talking about the hypocrisies of the black culture. He's talking about things in the culture that we need to open our eyes to and that we need to change. It's not good for the black community, these things that we call culture. Kendrick Lamar has been held a master, as a savant, the greatest of all time because of this song. Because of the things that he's saying, as people want to break it down, right? Break down his bars. But answer me this. Why is Kendrick Lamar being held as a savant, as a brilliant person for saying these things? But Thomas Sowell and Candace Owens been saying this for the past 5 years. Thomas Sowell been saying it for the past 50 years. And they're considered coons. Uncle Toms. Kendrick Lamar says the same thing, and he's considered Leonardo da Vinci of the pen. And it's funny that, you know, he's talking about the hypocrisy in the culture, and within it, I found this hypocrisy, right? Maybe Thomas Sowell and Candace Owens need to put it to a beat. This is exactly what Malcolm X was talking about.
Now, concerning the poll taken by Newsweek magazine, I think you said that this was the leaders who said that, who went with King and against Mr. Muhammad around 90%. I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community.
You know, you look at your entertainers as your leaders. You know, instead of looking at your leaders as your leaders. Kendrick Lamar wrote a song that's gonna have a 3-month shelf life in people's brain. Probably not even 3 months because everybody's coming out with an album now. Ours are dropping albums left and right now. Everyone has a release date coming up. This song is gonna do okay, but it's not gonna have the impact that Kendrick Lamar was hoping for. It's just not. It's just a song. And another one's going to come. Another one's going to come. Talent voice. And another one. Kendrick Lamar drops this song, 4 years in the making. And yet Candace Owens and Thomas Sowell's beating this path 365 days of the year. And no one's listening. Kendrick is a genius. Oh man, the king is back. Yeah, Candace Owens and Thomas Sowell stands up and say the exact same thing that he was saying. Oh, forget them coons. Forget them Uncle Toms. How dare they? And that's why I don't share the excitement. Great song, great visuals, great message. But I don't think it's going to hit his mark.